My love, you truly are an extraordinary person. Sometimes I wonder if you even realize how incredible you are, how effortlessly you draw people in, how naturally you shine without even trying. You move through your world with such purpose, so absorbed in your own thoughts and ambitions, that you often seem blissfully unaware of the little things happening around you. You don't always pay much attention to what others are saying or doing, which is usually one of the things I admire about you, your ability to stay focused and unbothered by the noise of the world. But this time, that same quality has left me feeling both amazed and invisible, because despite all my efforts, you still haven't noticed how deeply I feel for you. I've given you so many hints, so many little signs that I like you more than I've ever liked anyone before. I've told you, sometimes indirectly, that I find you cute. Other times, I've been brave enough to say it plainly, that you're beautiful, intelligent, and one of a kind. I've tried to show you through my actions more than my words. I give you my attention whenever you're around. I try to make time for you, to be near you, to share even the smallest moments. I find myself drawn to you without even meaning to be. I look at you like a lovesick fool, and while everyone else around us has already figured out how I feel, you remain completely unaware. To you, I'm just a silly friend, someone who's always there, someone harmless. But to me, you're everything. I like you. I like you so much that it almost hurts to keep it to myself. I've liked you for a long time now, long before you even realized how amazing you truly are. I liked you when you were more reserved, when you doubted yourself and didn't see your own worth. I liked you when you were still trying to find your place in the world, when you were learning who you are and what you wanted. I liked you through your quiet days and your uncertain moments, when you thought nobody was paying attention. I saw you then, and I admired the strength in your vulnerability. And then, I watched you grow. I watched you evolve emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. I've seen you discover your strengths and embrace them with pride. I've seen you blossom into someone so confident, so grounded, and so self-aware. You have an innocent side that's tender and genuine, but you also have a mature side that's wise beyond your years. I love both. I've seen you face life's ups and downs with remarkable courage. I've seen you fall and rise again, stronger every time. I've watched you stand up for yourself when it wasn't easy, speak your truth when it wasn't convenient, and move forward even when the path ahead was uncertain. You've been through so much, and yet you carry yourself with such grace and quiet strength. You have had one incredible journey, and I need you to know that I'm so proud of you. I respect you deeply, not just for what you've accomplished, but for who you are at your core. You're kind, genuine, thoughtful, and incredibly hardworking. You have this rare ability to stay composed even when life throws chaos your way. You don't seek sympathy or attention, you simply handle what comes, and you do it with dignity. That's something I truly admire. I care for you sincerely, not because you need care, but because you deserve it. I know you're strong enough to stand on your own, you don't need anyone to take care of you or hold your hand through life. You are more than enough by yourself. But still, I can't help wanting to be there for you. Not because you need me, but because I want to be the one who stands beside you, not in front or behind, but right next to you. What I want isn't to change you or to complete you, you are already whole. What I want is to share life with you. To celebrate your wins, to be your quiet comfort on the hard days, to laugh with you, and to build memories that neither of us would ever want to forget. I want to tell you every day how proud I am of you. I want to remind you that you're loved and appreciated not just for what you do, but for who you are. It would honestly be my greatest blessing if I ever got the chance to call you mine. I can't imagine feeling luckier than I would if I had the opportunity to love you openly, to wake up knowing that I get to cherish someone as extraordinary as you. You have this quiet strength, this independence that commands respect. You're dedicated to your work, to your goals, to becoming the best version of yourself. You stay in your lane, mind your own business, and move with a kind of discipline that's rare in this world. You've faced so many challenges, and I know that's made you cautious, careful about who you let in, protective of your heart. And I understand that completely. But I want you to know that my intentions with you are genuine. I don't want to rush you, change you, or overwhelm you. I just want a chance to show you that love doesn't have to be complicated or dramatic. It can be kind, steady, and safe. It can be a partnership built on trust, respect, and shared dreams. I want to be someone you can lean on if you ever choose to, someone who reminds you of how incredible you are when you start to forget. So here I am, saying what I've kept in my heart for so long. I like you. I admire you. I respect you. And more than anything, I care for you in the most genuine way possible. You've inspired me without even trying, and I just hope that someday, when you look around, you'll finally notice the person who's been quietly loving you all along. In this current phase of their life, your person stands at a crossroads, facing a series of emotional and spiritual challenges that seem to weigh heavier with each passing day. This period is not easy for them. It is filled with uncertainty, confusion, and moments of profound inner struggle. Yet, despite the pain, this stage is also deeply transformative. It is the crucible through which they must pass to evolve, to confront the fears that have long held them captive, and to emerge stronger and more authentic than ever before. Every obstacle, every sleepless night, every tear shed is a lesson, a nudge from the universe guiding them toward awakening and self-awareness. Fear has become their most constant companion, a shadow following them wherever they go. It lives quietly in their chest, whispering doubts and replaying memories that make their heart ache. This fear stems from one overwhelming thought, the fear of losing you. To them, you are not just another person, you are the one soul who truly sees them, understands them, and reflects back their own light. The possibility that you might no longer be there, that your warmth could fade from their life, fills them with a sense of dread they can hardly put into words. You have become their mirror, their muse, their motivation, and without you, they feel unanchored, as though the world has lost its color. Around them, the karmic figures in their life, those bound to them through lessons, obligations, or unresolved energies, can sense a change. These people, who once believed they held importance in your person's world, now feel abandoned or overlooked. They misinterpret your person's distance as disinterest, assuming that they have simply fallen out of favor. But the truth runs much deeper. Your person's attention has turned entirely toward you, not in a superficial way, but in a gravitational, almost cosmic pull. It is as though you are the sun and they are the earth, caught in your orbit, revolving endlessly around your light. This connection is visible to everyone who observes them. It radiates from their eyes, from the way they speak, and even from their silence. You are, in every sense, the catalyst for their transformation. Your presence, whether near or far, has ignited something within them that cannot be extinguished. You have pushed them, perhaps unknowingly, to choose themselves, to prioritize their truth over the expectations of others. Through the love they feel for you, they are being called to heal, to confront the patterns that have kept them small, and to rise into the person they were always meant to become. This awakening is not comfortable. Growth rarely is. Yet your person has begun to understand that they can no longer live in fear, nor can they continue suppressing their emotions to please others. Still, as this transformation unfolds, they find themselves growing increasingly impatient. It is not the kind of impatience born from frustration, but rather from longing, from an ache to reach out and bridge the gap that has formed between you. They want to speak their truth to you, to let their guard down completely and tell you everything that has been hidden beneath layers of silence and pride. They dream of a moment where words flow freely, without fear of rejection or judgment. Yet even as they imagine it, another voice whispers that it may already be too late, that perhaps the distance has grown too vast, and you have moved on. This thought terrifies them more than anything else. The idea of losing you forever feels like a wound that might never heal. Each day that passes without your presence feels like another small loss, another reminder of what they could have had if only they had acted sooner. You, on the other hand, have learned your worth. You have built boundaries and high standards, refusing to accept anything less than what you deserve. You know your value and will not settle for being anyone's second choice. Your person knows this too. They respect your strength even as it intimidates them. It reminds them of the distance between who they are now and who they wish to become. The truth they long to express to you is simple, yet profound: you have always been their first priority. You have never been a passing thought, never just an option. However, their lack of action, their hesitation, their silence, has painted a very different picture. It has left you feeling uncertain, as though wandering through a maze where every turn leads to another dead end. The love between you has felt suspended in time, caught in a loop of unspoken words and missed opportunities. At night, when the world is quiet and distractions fade, your person's thoughts return to you with intensity. They replay memories, the laughter, the shared glances, the unspoken connection that existed even in silence. They wonder what they could do to make things right, how they could prove that their love is real and lasting. They imagine conversations where they confess everything they were too afraid to say, where you listen, understand, and perhaps forgive. Sleep does not come easily on these nights. The weight of their emotions keeps them awake, their heart caught between regret and hope. To your person, you are not just someone they love, you are essential. You are not an option to be chosen or replaced, you are the necessity that gives meaning to their existence. Through losing you, or even the fear of losing you, they have discovered a part of themselves they never knew existed. You have become the reason they are learning to confront their fears, to embrace vulnerability, and to express what they once buried deep within. This journey of transformation is far from easy. It requires courage, humility, and the willingness to face uncomfortable truths. There are moments when your person falters, when old fears resurface and doubt clouds their mind. But each challenge they face brings them closer to understanding themselves, and by extension, closer to understanding you. They are learning that love is not just about longing or desire, it is about growth, honesty, and the courage to stand in one's truth. Through this process, they are slowly learning to love themselves, their flaws, their wounds, and their own humanity. And as they learn to love themselves, they find new depth in their love for you. This inner healing is what will eventually allow them to love you better, more purely, without fear or control. It is a sacred transformation, one that reshapes not only their relationship with you but their relationship with life itself. Your person's determination grows stronger with each passing day. They are resolved to become a better version of themselves, not only for their own sake but because they want to be someone worthy of standing beside you. They want to prove through action, not just words, that you have always been their first and only priority. They want to show you that their love is not fleeting, not dependent on circumstance, but rooted in something timeless and true. As they move forward on this path of awakening, they carry your presence like a guiding star, something distant yet illuminating, unreachable yet profoundly real. And even if the road ahead remains uncertain, One truth endures within their heart: you are, and always have been, the love that inspires their transformation, the reason they continue to strive, and the hope that fuels their every step toward redemption.